And we're live.
Woo!
Hi, Louisa. How are you doing? Are you in London? Is that where you're
Hey,
at?
Rebecca. Yep, I'm good. I'm in a little area of South London called Camberwell.
Ah,
We're having a heat wave, which is really lovely. Although we're in like a top floor flat, so like the heat is sort of rising up to our
oh, I
floor.
hear ya. Yeah, same here in Chicago. My husband and I are in like a five floor flat. I guess we call it apartments, and then we're at the top. But yeah, I'm so excited to talk to you about Sister Wives. I watched this film last night, and yeah, you did a beautiful job. The cinematography, the music, and of course the acting performances. You and Mia. So I was wondering if we could start with what was your inspiration for this film?
Sure. Well, thank you for your kind words and thank you for
Yeah.
watching. Um, the film is loosely based on a cult called the FLDS. They're kind of an
Mm.
extreme sect of Mormons based in Utah.
Mhm.
And I watched a documentary about them a couple of years ago by two incredible female filmmakers. It's a four-part docu-series called Eat, Sweet, Pray and Obey, and it's on Netflix.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay.
everybody everybody should watch it. I love documentaries and I love cults. I always feel like the inner
Yes.
workings of cults are so fascinating. And I was really surprised that nobody had really made anything about these guys yet because
Hmm.
the stories from inside the cult are so toxic and crazy and can't believe they're happening. Um, then from an aesthetic perspective, they look really interesting because they kind of dress like Victorians in a way. Like
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
girls are wearing like prairie dresses in pastel colors, and they still have like horse and carriages, and they're not really up to date with modern technology. The women never cut their hair, but most importantly, the men can have as many wives as they want. So
Hmm.
there's
Hmm.
a polygamous aspect to it that I found really interesting. And I thought it would be cool to write a queer story from
Yes.
within the space, because I imagine a lot of those women are not getting the attention and affection that they
Oh, for
desire
sure.
whilst
Hmm.
sharing their one husband.
Yes, I love that. And Mia McKenna-Bruce, I saw her in How to Have Sex earlier this year, and she was just so stunning and amazing. And she was in this film too. And
Yeah.
can you talk about casting Mia for this role and your experience working with her?
Well, I've known Mia for years.
Ah,
We've known each other for about 12 years.
ah,
We've both been in the UK film industry for a very long time. We're both kind of started as children, really.
mm.
And we I don't know if you how much you know in Chicago, but we have a kids kind of like a kids TV channel over here called
Ah,
CBBC, which is
oh,
essentially
cool.
the children's BBC channel. And her and I both kind of got our starts on separate TV shows on that channel. So we knew each other from that time. And then her and I got cast on a TV series together, a different TV series a couple of years ago called Vampire Academy. And
Oh, right. I think is
that's
that on Netflix? I
no,
think. Oh,
it was on Peacock.
oh, Peacock. Okay, cool.
But it did get cancelled after one series. So
Oh no, I want to
that's
see it.
so
Oh
that
man.
wasn't great. But one of
Hmm.
the good things that came out of it is that her and I became really good friends during that.
Oh,
And then after that, I wrote Sister Wives, and she was always in the forefront of my mind for the role of Galilee. And so she very kindly joined us. And
mhm.
then, funnily enough, the actor that plays our husband, who I also think did a phenomenal job,
Michael
um,
Fox, right?
Michael Fox, him and I
Yes.
went to primary school together, which I guess maybe you call like
Wow.
kindergarten, I guess. So,
Yeah.
so him and I have known each other for even longer. So it was
Wow.
the casting process was quite easy actually. And the three actresses that play the girls in the forest,
Yeah.
they're my bridesmaids. So
Oh my goodness. That's so cool.
we
Yeah.
won't we won't be dressing them like that on my wedding day, but it was very much a family affair from a casting perspective.
Okay. Congratulations. So the marriage or the wedding's happening or it has happened?
As it stands, the wedding is still on for next year.
Okay. That's
So
great. That's great.
let's hope it all goes to plan.
Oh,
If he behaves himself,
okay.
and I behave
Well,
myself.
yeah, no, congratulations. That's amazing. And I love how like I read the press notes you sent me and how you were trying to bring some real relationship, like love, like kind of highlight that in your film. And I thought that was such a great way to go. The relationship was so beautiful and so freeing, especially I love the touch with the cell phone. I thought that was so great. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to touch on that, but I also want to talk about the cinematography because it was so beautiful. It was very painterly, or at least for me, at least that's what I thought. And I'm excited for your Hollyshorts screening. Is this your US premiere?
It's not actually.
Okay.
We got into Dead Center in Oklahoma as well.
Oh, that's great. Okay. And that seems like, an appropriate place, I guess, to kick things off. But
Yeah.
on the big screen, I'm sure this film is I would love to be there if I could. So can you talk about working with your cinematographer?
So our cinematographer is an incredible woman named
Ah,
named Angela Zoe Neal,
mm-hmm.
and we have worked together on 3 films now. She worked on my first film ever as a director, called The Call Center, and I owe so much to her because I've been an actress for 20 years, but she kind of trusted me
Yeah.
on my first job as director. She taught me so much about lenses and framing and just everything really. Um, Her and I have a wonderful back and forth. We know how we work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's also really incredible in the sense that it's very complicated to act in films that you're directing.
Yes.
And I know whenever I start a new job and I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm acting in it as well, you sort of see everybody go, oh, bloody hell, this is going to be a nightmare. But the way that Angela facilitates me acting and directing is incredible. Like she never moves on without my permission. She always makes sure that I can do both roles to the best of my ability. Um, she's got an incredible eye. She's very patient. She doesn't get stressed. She's got a wonderful calm energy about her. She's a lovely human being. Her and I always we decide on our references together. We decide on our ratio together, our color palette. I really enjoy being in the grade with her. She's got such a wonderful eye in
Mm.
the grade. We always kind of build our shot list together. Sometimes what we do is I build mine, she builds hers, and then we come together and we make this
Ah.
joined shot list together. But we always agree, to be honest. Like we've got very similar style and opinions, so it's a joy working with her, and I will probably work with Angela on films forever because she's fantastic.
Yeah, that's so great. And I actually recently talked to Nicole Regal, who did Dandelion that just came out in the US. And she just had a similar relationship with her cinematographer. And I love hearing about women cinematographers because I feel like, they are not elevated enough in the media. And so I'm just so happy we're talking about your collab with her. And then I want to talk about the music. I love how you use like different, music that more reflected the girls in the film. And that you had different inspirations. I saw in the press notes, Lost in Translation, directed by Sofia Coppola, who's one of my favorite directors.
Me
So
too.
yeah. So, and then, that makes me think a little of Marie Antoinette, even though this isn't a period piece exactly, but it feels like one just because they're, stuck in the past. Can you talk about those music choices you had for the film and how, yeah.
So my favorite kind of soundtracks are quite synthy and
Yeah.
shoegazy. I love um electronic soundtracks. I love ambient soundtracks. My fiance James actually ended up making the music, and
Ah.
he's made the music for four of my films. And I think what is great about him as a film composer, I'm still getting him into the motion of saying I am a film composer, as he's made four film soundtracks now, is that he actually doesn't have a background in film composition. He's a music producer, so he comes to it from a completely different angle. Um, and obviously, you think the film is set in one time period, and then you realize it's not, which is why I kind of wanted to. A lot of composers were approaching Sister Wives with a very kind of orchestral angle, very classical, lots of strings, lots of piano, and that's not the way that I wanted to go. I didn't want to approach Sister Wives with the typical period drama classical vibe. I wanted it to
I
be
love that.
modern and contemporary, and when you're watching it in a cinema with the full kind of Dolby sound system, you can feel it like vibrating in your skin and your chest, and it should feel sexy. And I feel like he really nailed that. So bless him. He can't stand working with me because we argue we argue like cat and dog when we're making those soundtracks, but he always makes me my dream soundtrack that is like Lost in Translation. And I recently watched Love Lies Bleeding. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, yes, I have. Yes.
Oh my God. The
Right.
soundtrack and the music supervision on that is like, that's my dream. It's kind of my trademark a little bit now is synth wave, I'd say.
Yes, it's so great. And then I just have one more question for you. What do you hope people see in your film?
In Sister Wives,
Yes.
particularly.
Yes.
I hope that they see love in the most unlikely of places. I hope that they can witness a really beautiful organic connection that can't be denied. I hope that they are encouraged to be brave and to be fearless, and to ask questions and not be satisfied with the lot that they're given. I hope that they're inspired by the female friendship, the friendship between women, and being naughty and being cheeky and being daring. And I hope that they laugh and that they're, come away from it feeling hopeful and happy.
Yes, that's so great. And do you I know it was just announced that you're going to be screening at Hollyshorts. Do you know the day that you'll be screening yet? Have they scheduled that
Yes.
with you?
Let me just double check. I know that we're
Okay.
Hollyshorts starts on the 8th of August,
Right.
which is a Thursday, and we are screening on the 9th of August, which is a Friday.
Ah,
We are
okay.
screening at 5 p.m.
Okay.
And we are part of the LGBTQIA plus section of films.
Oh, that's so great.
If you want to come and watch some lovely queer cinema, come along at 5 p.m. to the Chinese theatres, and I'll be there. So if you see me, come and say hello, and come and watch Sister Wives and some wonderful other queer films, no doubt.
Yes. And then are any of the stars going to be there, or will it you be the representing the film at the festival?
So Mia is
Mhm.
currently filming the new Agatha series on
Oh,
Netflix,
okay. Uh-huh.
and Michael is currently filming the third Downton Abbey film. So
Oh, wow.
um,
Okay.
my cast are delightfully busy. So
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be me, but I
Which
will
is
try and
which is great, you
I
know.
will. I'll bring the
Yeah.
energy. I'll bring the
Yes,
energy.
yes. Oh, that's exciting. Well, thank you for speaking with me. For our website, Cinema Femme, I hope to have the feature up sometime next week.
I love your website, and
Oh,
I
thank you.
love I love
Yeah,
everything that you do. So it's been so cool to meet you, and I really appreciate your
yes, of
support.
course. Thank you for the support, and I am excited to follow you as a filmmaker. And this is going to be a great journey for you. And have a great afternoon. Is that where you? Is that the time you guys are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 2
Okay.
p.m. The sun is
Okay.
shining.
Okay, great. And yeah, and I'm going to be rushing my day job. So yeah, but it was great speaking with you, and I'll be sure to share the link once it's up.
Thank you, Rebecca.